I'm going to teach you how to stop intrusive thoughts during your meditations. Spoiler alert, you're probably not going to, but there's hope. You can achieve the coveted silence of the mind for bits and pieces of time. And I think that's really special and important. And I think many of us are much too hard on ourselves or have an unrealistic expectation of what it looks like to truly silence our mind and have quiet and peace and stillness. So let's start with that whole you're probably not going to stop intrusive thoughts, even if you want to. A really great way to stop intrusive thoughts is to continue your meditation practice to get better and better at this skill. It is a skill. Much like an athlete would train to be really good at their sport, you would want to train to be really good at meditation and silencing intrusive thoughts. Something that I really love to suggest and a tool that I personally and professionally use is I keep a notebook around. I have many different styles of notebooks, and I have a specific notebook for when I am sitting down to meditate, and I am almost certain that thoughts will come flooding in because now this is a huge key component. We are so often distracted, busy, chaotic, fast paced, loud. We have so many influences going on in our day to day life that the moment you sit still, your brain and heart are so excited. Like, she's here. He's here. They're listening to us. Oh my God. Da, 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 and da, 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 da. So you got to understand, you have to truly understand that intrusive thoughts are your laundry list of things that you like, whether it's tasks and to dos or hits of inspiration and insight or grief and fear creeping in and screaming. All these things are patiently waiting for your attention. And then you sit down for a 20-minute meditation session and think you're going to think no thoughts ever. It's quite unrealistic. Instead, plan to have those intrusive thoughts. Make room for them. Allow them, invite them. Because what I can tell you is that if you offer space to them and they get their space and they are heard, then they don't need to keep speaking up and chattering, right? Much like a toddler. Mom, 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 mom. What? What, little one? Look at this, right? And so give these thoughts attention. Now, I actually flashed you my to-do list, so I might bring my to-do list and an actual journaling notebook to the scene because what's going to come up is you forgot to call so and so. Oh, you forgot to send that email. You need to register for this. You need to pay that bill. You need the da- 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 da. And then worry thoughts might come. How am I going to get this done? Where am I going to find the time for that? Where am I going to find the money for that? Those are all valid and important. And we think that if we sit down to meditate, those go away. And that's not really true. Number one is embrace them, accept them, invite them, and then integrate them. Put them on paper. The reason they are so loud is because you haven't taken them out of here in the first place. How it is so unrealistic. I talk with clients about this all the time. It is so unrealistic to rely solely on your memory for things. So if you're not writing things down, putting things in your schedule, putting things on a reminder tracker or tracking things like you are certainly not assisting yourself in eliminating intrusive thoughts because most of the intrusive thoughts are your body's form of survival. Don't forget this, don't forget that. It's basically warning you against danger, meaning you forgot to do this and this is important to our survival. So you can truly eliminate so many intrusive thoughts by giving them your attention. And meditation is actually the perfect time to give them attention. And the more you practice meditation, and the more you write down those things, the less attention they need. Plus, you're checking them off the list when you're finally getting around to them because you're like, oh my gosh, I really haven't gotten my taxes in order or whatever the thoughts are. And I think this is the next level of importance. So many of us are so afraid to sit in silence because we're afraid of what will come up in the silence, because it is the things you've been ignoring and compartmentalizing. That includes grief, sadness, anger, confusion, frustration, anxiety, anticipation, concern, worry. I could go on and on. There's so many thoughts like that we are trying to avoid. And it's why we stay so busy. And it's why we keep our external and internal environment so loud. So, if you truly want to achieve silence of the mind, if you truly want to eliminate or quiet intrusive thoughts, then you're going to want to make space for them first. That's the key. First, I can promise you it lightens up. And what I can promise you, which is something I do in my meditations on my channel, Abigail Rose Gazda, I help to assist to create pockets of 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds of silence. And I help to bring you down into a super relaxed state so that you are given an opportunity to experience that nowhereness, that true silence. And it's not always a perfect science. I can tell you, I went to a meditation retreat, a 10-day silent meditation retreat where there was no talking, no eye contact, no body language, complete and noble silence, where we sat still for 10 hours a day and meditated. We went back to our room and rested. We woke up early. We went to bed early. We meditated, meditated, meditated. And even then, there was some silence. And then there was thought streams, there was grieving, there was feeling, there was remembering, and then there was going astral projecting. There was going to other worlds and dimensions and experiences where my body no longer existed and thought wasn't real and words didn't matter. Complete and utter silence. I offer you to lighten up on yourself a little bit, thinking that everyone else has it figured out and you're the fool who can't seem to get a grasp on it. It's not true. The mind chattering is a function of the human condition, and it's okay. And the more you resist it, the more it persists. Offer grace and offer space, listen in and write down, and you will alleviate the backlog, the backflow of intrusive thoughts that seem to just be like jumping all over each other for your attention. And the more you alleviate that, the more often you will be able to enjoy some silence of the mind, not even just in meditation, but in your day to day life. You will be able to enjoy some spaciousness. You won't feel so chaotic because this is what the things are doing in your mind. Hey, you forgot to pay your bill. Hey, you got to do that. Hey, you got to pick so and so up. Hey, you got to ship that thing. It's, ugh. No wonder we're all so tired and exhausted. We're battling mostly just our own minds and the fact that we haven't come up with a real system to help ourselves navigate that. And so I encourage you, to-do lists are super functional, but come up with a system that works for you to be taking notes about you, yourself, your life, your journey, your emotions. I, of course, encourage journaling 100%. And so I hope that you make space for that. And I know that from experience, it helps to off gas that backlogged brain chatter. Okay. So I hope this is helpful. I and listen, I'm not here to fix all of the world's problems or all of your problems or all of my problems in a 10 to 15-minute YouTube video, but I'm here to assist you in the strengthening the muscles and putting together the little building blocks that it takes to live empowered more often and for longer. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. I love to participate. I love to hear what you're thinking, and I'm happy to make videos based on your questions to assist you in strengthening these skills. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's really, really important for me and for this channel and to be able to continue to do the work that I love so much. I appreciate you. See you next time.